Alright, it's been a while, and the last time we made a video about anything like this, it was a slog and a half, and I think that kind of pushed me away from doing this at all. But we gotta plunge forward. There's so many more kanji to learn, and we're gonna learn them together. So we're gonna go into part 4 of the N2, starting off with daughter or girl. So this is like good. You see it in like eat and a lot of other stuff. And this is, of course, woman, so I don't know, you'd like to think that your daughter is like a good girl or whatever. This is like Joel. Joel, you've probably heard all sorts of things to kind of relating to that. This is in love. Um, so on top is like red, isn't it? Or something close to red, and on the bottom is heart. So and a heart that's like beating so much that you're blushing, an ardent heart, a heart in love. Yes, that's what's going on here. This is male. So here we have something that's kind of close to heavy. It kind of looks heavy to me. And then this is like referring to kind of like civilization, a town or whatever. So kind of like the weight of the town is the male going through it, getting carried from place to place, something like that. This is shame or dishonor. It also shows up as just sort of embarrassed. It's not as heavy a word as it might seem. So here we have an ear. So we can think of that kind of as like listening. If you're listening to your heart, it's being heart. It sort of reveals your embarrassment. If it's like beating strong, then you know you're maybe embarrassed, something like that. You can hear your heart beating. I don't know, things like this. This is steal or rob. So on the top we have like next, I think, or it looks something like next, and on the bottom we have dish. So it's like you take one dish. Oh, I'm gonna take the next dish. I'm gonna take the next dish. Oh, I'm just stealing these. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Something like that, I guess. This is closed or shut. So you'll see this a lot, and then you'll also see open, and they look pretty much the same, except it's a different character within this gate. This is katakana O, so you can remember that if it's katakana O, open, no, it's not open. It's closed or shut. Yeah, it's the opposite of what makes sense to me, but, you know. I guess it kind of looks maybe more like a door swinging shut or something, I don't know. But that's what it is. This is so good. It's not closed shut, not climate generate. I don't think it's cultivate repair. I don't think it's supposed to freeze livestock. I don't think it's this. Could be this. Could be this. I'm gonna guess this. No. Yeah. No. No. That is what that looks like. Yeah. It's exposed to. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll just remember that for next time. This is the following or next. I don't really know a good way to remember that. It's just sort of like a. It's very abstract, you know. So. On the top is kind of like wings or feathers, and then like upright. So maybe think like you're sticking feathers upright into the ground, one following the next, making a little row of them. Sure, this is poverty or poor. So on the bottom we have our little eye with little legs like this, which we think of as money. That's our money radical. And on the top we have just like part. So if you only have like a part of money, if you only have a part of the money you need, that means you're poor. You are impoverished. This is fat or grease, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So on the left we have our body radical, meaning it's going to be something to do with the body. And on the right, this is delicious, isn't it? I think so. So what's like the delicious part of hopefully an animal's body? Oh, maybe that's the fat. Maybe this is disgusting. All right, so this is sleep. So we have your eye, and then this part, I don't know how to really describe this radical, but to me it kind of looks like lower. like the radical for low or lower or bottom or whatever. I associate it with that at least. So it's like you're lowering your eyes, you're sleeping. Yeah, that's easy enough. This is sales? Yeah, okay, yeah. So money, and then this radical, I don't know, it's all over the place, right? Like it's an anti, it's in friend, it's like things like that. So, it's like, I think we described it as far as like sheets of something too, like taking slices of something. So maybe as you kind of sell things, you're kind of like, I don't know, something like that, maybe. This is road. So on the left and bottom, we have our kind of road or guidance radical anyways. And then on the top, this I think of as like too much, excessive or whatever, this sort of shape. So it's kind of like, hey, we have this that means road. Isn't it excessive to have another part of the kanji? Yes, it is. And because it's so excessive, we know that this only means road, even though it looks like it means something more than that. It's the best I can do. This is catch or capture. So on the left we have our hand, which is just this kind of like an active, doing something kind of kanji. On the right we have something that to me looks kind of like a net. So if we picture hands throwing a net, that's catching something. Yeah. This is cool, I think, or is it pure? I think it's cool. Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple different things that refer to the coolness of different objects and stuff, or the feeling of being cool. This is for cool weather, cool atmosphere, like the actual sensation you have. So different than like an object being cool. Okay. This is party or faction. I forgot to tell you why that's cool. I don't know. It's like water and then scenery, I'm pretty sure. So if you kind of think of like water flowing through a scenic kind of the whole atmosphere of like a scenic place. Yeah, this is party or faction. So on the top we have kind of our fancy roof. On the bottom we have a mouth, a human mouth, because it's got these human-esque legs. So it's kind of like if a people come together speaking as one mouth under one roof, that's sort of your faction, your party, your political party. This is to float. So you have like water here, something going on here, and then this like child. So I kind of think of it as like all these things kind of lifting up a child, and now the child is just sort of suspended and floating in air. So yeah, something like that. This is. I thought this was kind of like defer. I think maybe it's visit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is to speak. Of course, this radical we see quite often, and this is like kind of a direction or way of doing things. So to kind of speak in some directed way to kind of go to someone and speak to them, you're calling on them, you're making a visit. This is unfold or display, I'm pretty sure. No, it's pure. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we'll address that later, of course. This is grain or particle. So this thing on the left we've seen as like the kanji for rice. Looks a lot like this. And then here, I don't know, you can kind of think of this as like a separate sort of thing. So this is like rice as a whole, and this is referring to like one grain of the rice, I would say. This is, oh boy, freeze? No. Is it freeze? No, I don't think so. I don't know what else it could be. I think it's livestock. Is it soft? Maybe it's soft. Yeah, it's soft. That's right. Yeah, this is soft. I always had a hard time with this one, because, like, why is this soft? It's like car. Alright, so, like, let's say it's a person. They've got, like, a roof sort of thing here. They're hiding out underneath the chair in the car, because they're so soft. They're just like so afraid. Maybe, I don't know. This is freeze. So it's like the mini water radical on the left, and then east. So I don't really know why this is freeze, but it is. Yeah. Water east. Maybe you can picture the east as being very cold. Water just freezes out there. This is seat or sit. So there's like people here. This is like they're having a little seat. These are their chairs or something. This is their roof. All right, sure, sure. This is so. I think it's livestock. Yeah. Top part looks weird to me. It's starting to make me paranoid that I'm having font issues again. Because, like, that isn't what this radical looked like, I thought. But on the bottom, we have a rice field. So this top part, whatever the heck is going on with it, you can imagine are a bunch of cows and stuff. It's just milling about on the rice field. This is desire. So this is kind of like contained within or whatever, and then this is next. So if we think of this as sort of like an interior type thing, it's like everything inside of you that you already have. What's next? What's like coming out of that? That's your desire. This is cultivate, repair, bury. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I got this wrong a few days ago too. This is this cultivate, repair? Yeah, there we go. Okay, sure. When you have to do like the one you got wrong and then the one you guessed wrong back to back, it really throws you. So why is this cultivate repair? Well, here we have kind of like our kind of distinguishing system, I think. You know, a person and then this vertical line. And then here, I don't know, maybe these are like the plow marks, like tilling the soil. It's like a person using this tilling system. I don't know. I don't know. That was difficult. This is cat. Yay. Nyan. Nyan. Neko. Neko. So this part on the left, I learned this only kind of recently, will like always kind of refer to beasts or animals or things that you can at least tangentially associate with them. On the right, we have grass growing out of a rice paddy, so it's like an animal that kind of lurks around the grass and rice paddies. That's a cat. That's a cat. This is powder. So again, we have kind of like our grains and stuff, and then we have like part. So something that's only a part of these grains is like a powder. It's like we separate those grains even more. It becomes a powder. This is to till or plow. So this, you can kind of think of as like a field. I think it actually means like a well. But to me, this kind of, I associate with like a field, just that kind of grid. And then over here, this is kind of like our tool for plowing or something. And of course, I was already talking about cultivate and how that reminded me of a plow. But the one that reminds me of a plow doesn't really remind me of a plow that much. I don't know. I've just learned it. That's just how it is. This is bone. This is a good one to know. You'll see it, you know, in tonkatsu and stuff. That's like pork bone soup. So on the bottom, we have like our body radical. We know it's a body part. On the top, I don't know. To me, this just kind of looks like a bone. Like it looks like it's sort of like a socket or something, you know, like a kneecap or something like that. The other bone would connect here, perhaps. I don't know, but it's bone. Hone. Oh boy, what the heck is this? Symbol? Not desire, not freeze, not male, not poverty, not shame. Maybe suffer, trouble, worry. Maybe symbol. Maybe on full display. Maybe value. Actually, I kind of think it's value. No, no, of course, that's value. It's on full display. Yeah, okay. 4 wrong. Let's see if we can stop there. This is tears. So it's raining, okay? You're in underneath the door. But you got, all the big problem is here. This is, I don't care about the rain. I don't care about the rain on the door. I'm not like Missy Elliott. I can stand the rain on my window. Because I got bigger problems. I'm crying here. Yeah. You know what's up. This is needle. So this part is metal, and then this is, it looks kind of like a needle, doesn't it? I think in general, I think of this as kind of like a measurement, things like that. So like a metal tool of measurement, a metal thing that's used to be very precise, like a needle. This is search. So we have like our hand, we're doing stuff. This is kind of like wherefore, you know, like kind of the reason for doing something, the motivation behind it. So we're kind of slicing through things, we're looking through things, rifling through papers with a specific purpose in mind. It's because we're searching. Yeah. This is fall or overthrow. Complicated one. So it's like a person, something is happening privately over some ground, and then like a sword is being drawn, this sort of dividing, measuring, assessing sword. So it's a revolution. You're overthrowing something. You're taking what was a private complaint and publicizing it and overthrowing something. I don't know. This is suffer trouble or worry. No. Remove? What? Oh, to exclude. Okay. Yeah. No, I shouldn't know that. This is fear. So I think this is like, to me, this is craft. And this, to me, is boat. Okay? So it's like you make your own boat. You've crafted this thing on your own, and then you're taking it out on the water. And what is deep within your heart? What is making? What is your primary emotion? Thinking about this homemade boat. Oh, it might be fear. Yeah, it's probably fear. This is. Man, no, 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 no. Really? Is this sort? Again, I'm starting to get paranoid that my font is weird. Because I don't think sort looks like this normally. But whatever. So yeah, to me this is like a boat. And then we kind of have these two things here, which should go on top. I don't know. And sort it out. Sort it out. Figure it out yourself. This is Commander General. Yeah, that's right. So there's quite a few that refer to like different military ranks or ranks within other types of systems or just sort of like general qualities of leadership and stuff like that. And they're all really hard to remember which one is which because there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to what they look like. Like, what is this? Something's going on over here. This is like protection. Good at protecting, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this is one you'll see sometimes, like in shogi. This is... What? What is this? Symbol? Really? Is this symbol? Oh! Token? Yeah, yeah. So this is used... Yeah. So this is used as, like, for things that admit you entrance to things, for things that are, like, symbolic, such that you... I have this token that proves such and such or whatever. So yeah, that means it's symbolic. So this is like bamboo up here, which usually we can use for kind of like calculating or counting things. This is a person protected, so it's like this calculated thing, this kind of thing once analyzed reveals some symbolic meaning, is protecting you. Something like that. This is value. I know this is value. I messed it up before. So it's like a person, and then this I think of as like plants. So it's sort of like a person kind of assessing this side of the kanji and finding the value of it. But I guess you could say that about any kanji that has the person on the left as they're assessing the value of the rest of it. I don't know. They're assessing the value of the plant. The plant changes in value a lot. This is brain or memory. This one I think is really funny. So this is villain. This part here on the bottom right. So who's the villain of the body? Come on, admit it. It's the brain. You're always fighting with that thing. So this is the body, of course. And then up here, these are like the sparks flying out of the brain, because the brain is like such a crazy ass thing. So it's just spewing everything out, and you gotta deal with it, and good luck. This is Suffer, Trouble, or Worry. So again, the villain is firing sparks off everywhere, and this is your poor heart on the left that's just suffering and beating in despair. Isn't Kanji fun? This one is Tired. It's been a long, long day. The rain is pounding down on your roof. You put yourself inside of another roof and flatten yourself out like one kind of degree of person, only one slice of person, because you're so tired. Tsukare. Tsukademasu. I'm so tired. This was pure, right? Yeah, okay. I'm not sure why this is pure. I thought this was something else. I don't know. But so on the left we have a thread. This I think of as kind of inverting or twisting or something. So maybe if you picture like a thread that's being wound such that all of the impurities, all of the things stuck to it, all of the things contaminating it are sort of wiped away by the winding, consolidating action, something like that. This we saw before was remove. So this is like a hill, and this I said was excessive or too much. So we've got a bunch of stuff on the hill. Uh-oh, we've got too much stuff on the hill. It's time to remove one. And I see this mostly in the context of excluding things in the first place, rather than kind of having them and removing them. But then I guess this sort of stuff, this is more, whatever. You get it. This was to bury. I thought it was something else. I don't know why. So this is ground. This is like a rice field. So, okay, all right. So, like, we have the ground. This is ground level. It's kind of like a rice field growing on top. Down even further is where you bury things, I guess. Sure. This was unfold or display. Yeah. So this is like a door. You go in through the door. What's all this stuff? Oh, it's on display. That's the best we can do. Only one left. This was exposed to. So this is kind of like 1 degree of something, you know, as we were saying before, just kind of like one slice of something, and this is kind of like a shrine or whatever. So if we kind of take one slice of something and put it on display in a shrine, it's exposed to everything and everyone. Okay, we only got a 90. Let's run through it again to get 100. Tiller plow, closed or shut. Soft, fear, exposed to, sales, query, mail, shame, longing, desire, sleep, leader, commander, neko, float, grains, powder, road, cultivate or repair, tired, freeze, overthrow, brain, no, suffer, trouble, worry, cool, in love, sit down, party, this is sort, this is livestock, this is unfold or display, daughter, bone, fat, catch, search, yeah, there we go, steal, token, symbol, the next, remove, poverty, visit, needle, pure, value, brain, and tears. Okay. All right, not so bad. We're over half done N2 now. Hooray, hooray, hooray. But we still have a long way to go. Don't we ever? A long, long way to go. All right, that's all for now.